Hey, crafty friends, it's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. I'm here on my channel and also on the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel for a sneaky peek video. I'm so excited. So, welcome if you are new. We are going to make a card together today. I'm going to sneak peek just a little bit from the new release from Pajama Crafter Stamps. Tomorrow will be release day. Super exciting. Hi, Sandy and Melanie. I see you in the chat. Welcome. And I hope you are excited just as much as I am. I know Sandy's on the design team for Pajama Crafter Stamps, so she knows what's going on here, but I think that she'll still enjoy watching. So if you have no idea who I am or what Pajama Crafter Stamps is, I'll just give you a little elevator chat, if you will. I'm Justine Dvorak. I live in Minnesota here. I am a kindergarten teacher, and I love card making so much. So much that I like to share my card making on YouTube here. So I have a channel, and I love Pajama Crafter Stamps brand. So I work with them, and I'm the design team coordinator for them now. So you know that I'm really in on them if that's what we're doing. So that is that. And we do have a great video team here on Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel. So if you are watching on my channel, I would love to encourage you and invite you to go over to the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel. In the description, there is a link there, and subscribe to the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel. If you are inclined to shop with Pajama Crafter Stamps today, I do have a QR code that is on the top right hand of your screen. So if you happen to be watching this from a computer or a TV, just pop out your phone, open up the camera app, and then hover the screen over the QR code, and then it will bring you to the website and you can shop your little heart away. The stamp set that I'm working with today will not be available till tomorrow, but I'm pulling in all sorts of fun things from Pajama Crafter Stamps, so you can get your cart ready with some of the other things that have already been released. And then when it's live tomorrow, you can go ahead and empty out that cart and make your order. So I am super excited to share. Oh, and by the way, I've got my little card sketch here from their website. Why does it say Happy Thanksgiving? Get out of here. Um, so I pulled in this card sketch. Now, this you can get for free, friends. Free, Free. You can go to Pajama Crafter Stamps, go to that link that I've got in the QR code there, and then join the newsletter. And then this little lady is going to pop up in your inbox and you can create. How exciting is that? Hello, Tanya from Florence. Ha! You are close to Pajama Crafter Stamps. Okay. And also tomorrow when it is live, Pajama Crafter Stamps does have a Instagram hop going on, and it's going to be through the weekend. So be sure to pop over to Instagram and hop along and check out the design team. Half the team is creating with the new release, and half the team is creating with a lot of the great already released products. As you can tell, I'm pulling in things that are new and old to make this card, and old is never a bad thing around here in the card making world, right? So here's just a little sneaky peek of some of the other cards that the team has made. Can you spot some cutie pies? I know I can. I'm so excited to see everyone's full cards tomorrow on the Instagram hop. So if you are not an Instagram person and you just say, no, I am a YouTube person. I love watching YouTube videos. We've got you covered, okay? So Joy here is the owner of Pajama Crafter Stamps along with her husband, Sean. And Joy will go live on the Pajama Crafter Stamps channel often as well. You can catch those lives. And the best way to catch a live from the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel is to ring the notification bell when you subscribe. That just clicking the bell, and then you will be able to get notified when we go live, and you'll be all set. Ooh, Annie's here. Hi, Annie. Annie's also on the team. Hooray. And then, of course, I'm here. Hello. Speaking of Annie, there she is. Hello, Annie. And Annie and Carrie and Cheryl and Tiffany and Von Marie all have cards that go up on the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel. So be sure to check out the channel and also, like I said, the Instagram hop. And you might be wondering, what's with the birthday theme? Hi, Sharon. The birthday theme is because Pajama Crafter Stamps' birthday is in January, and also our intrepid owner of the company, Joy, her birthday is this month as well. And that's exciting, isn't it? So, all right, I think that is all I wanted to chat with you before we go ahead. Be sure to hit the like button if you like what you're seeing here today or if you learned anything. If you have any questions, please ask them in the chat. If you are watching live, hi, Mom. I see her in the chat now too. And then if you are watching the replay, comment replay when you're watching, and hello to my replay crew. I know that this video probably will be viewed more by replay crew than live crew today because I am going live at noon on a Thursday, which some people can catch and some people cannot. And I totally understand that. So I think we've chatted enough, haven't we? So let me show you up close and personal what we've got going on here. I've taken the free card sketch template from the website and I've listed out my supplies and I have done a general sketch of what I want my card to look like, including my sentiments, my little characters. I'm not a great sketch artist, but you know, the more you try, the better you do. So that's what we've got going on here. I haven't swatched out my colors yet, but I will. And then I wanted to remind myself to emboss the sub sentiment. So I will do that if I don't yell at me in the chat, and I will. And also I wanted to add some splatter in as well. So let's take care of the background first. But before we do that, I think it's time to reveal one fun little sneaky peek, shall we? I think we shall. And I do have sound effects. How fun is that? Are you ready? I've got a drum roll. Drum roll for the first stamp. Haha. I sure hope it's playing. I can't hear a thing. Ooh, we've got a chicken. A chicken, you guys. How sweet is she? Yup, a chicken with a fork. And she is a lady chicken with her eyelashes. What do you think about the little chicky chick? I think she is super cute and I love her tail. Now, I colored her kind of differently than what you might think. Chickens are such a strange little animal, aren't they? They come in all sorts of different colors, and I wanted mine to be that classic like white chicken with like the big red fluff. She's got a bow. If you look carefully, I colored the bow to match her little head fluff. And then I did add little teal polka dots all over because if I was a chicken, I would need some teal polka dots and some eyelashes, wouldn't you? I think I would. Oh, hooray. Tanya said it played. Fabulous. Okay, well, that is my first little sneaky that I wanted to show you is my little lady chicken here. Super cute, isn't she? I think she's adorable. Let's do the background first because I need to splatter that and that will need a second to dry. But if you know some of the already existing products from Trinity, not from Trinity. Oh, I just did a Trinity video yesterday. Pajama Crafter stamps, you might recognize some of these and we'll get to those in a bit, but let's stencil. This is the newest stencil that has been released from Pajama Crafter Stamps. This came out in November, and I love stencils so much. And this one, you can tell I've used it a lot because it has some ink on it still. I used a, what are those called? I don't know. It was an ink that stained it, but it's not a big deal. Still, it's going to work great. I'm going to pull in my glass board. Yep, I know it is really shiny. This is my glass board that is matte finish, and I'm going to stencil. So I need something that I can quick wipe, and this one works very well for quick wiping. My little sentiment strip here and my woe is going to come up to about a third, 2/3 of the card. So I just need my stencil on the top area back here. I'm going to be generous and assume that I might make a little mistake. So I'm just going to slide it down like that. And we should be good to go. Melanie says she loves the little circle die. Yes, that one is the scallop circle die. It is small but mighty. Oops, I almost just showed a little bit extra, but it is a really great thing. Also, this card sketch is an A2 card base. So for planning out your layouts of your cards, this was as easy as pie because I could see, will my items fit on that card base? Genius. Lisa made this card sketch template for Pajama Crafter Stamps. So shout out to Lisa. Okay. I've got my stencil. I've got my paper. Trying not to squirrel too much in this video because I know we are live. Yes, we are live. And by the way, I do have 20% off at Glassboard Studios for you if you want with my code JustineD. So that is available for you. You get 20% off with my code through January, February, March of this year. And if that continues on after March, I will let you know, but that is a continuous code. FYI. So I've got my little magnets here. I'm going to grab a brush so I can get my ink on. I love using my stencils on backgrounds like this. I think it is so fun to just pull a little extra texture on, and I love splattering. Ink blending on a background with a little splatter is quickly becoming my go-to for backgrounds. And it is easy as can be. And this is a tone on tone stenciling here. So I have teal cardstock, and I think this is, I don't even know. This is just from my stash, we'll say. And then I've got my ink here. This is Clear Skies from Simon Hurley. And I need to re-ink this one, but it's fine. It's going to be good for today's card. All right, just wait till you see how this looks. It looks so cute. I loved using this stencil. I used this stencil on 8 cards about 14 days ago on my video with my Crafty Al cards. I made 8 of them with this stencil. So if you want more inspiration, you can check it out there. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I love it. Okay, setting this off to the side, and then we're going to splatter. Splatter, splatter. Ooh, Sandy says she likes to use the circle die a lot too. Fantastic. I'm just going to grab my go-to white and black splatters. I do this off camera, so bear with me. It would be a disaster on my work surface if I did it right here because it goes everywhere. One time I was crafting and I had a little bit of splatter go on my face and I did not realize it. And then I went to the post office to mail some Happy Mail along and thought nothing of it. I got a little bit of an odd look, but whatever. Got home, looked in the mirror. Yep, I had splatter on me, and it was not just like black and white. It was some, I think it was orange actually. So it probably looked like fake tan, which whatever. Clearly, I don't use fake tan. I am very pale, but that's the story. All right, so I did a little bit of black and white, just a little fun little splatter there. I'm going to set that off to the side so it can dry. I think it's time to reveal another stamperoo. Are you excited? I think you are. I am. Are you ready? There's the chicken. So excited that I forgot to do the drum roll. Hey, Judy. I see Judy's in the chat too. Aw. This chicken, he looks like everybody when they are ready for food, right? Super super happy and bug-eyed and just I love them. I love them so much. And these little chickens, they need mini wobblers. So this is my reminder to myself that I'm going to pull from my mini wobbler set. And surprise, surprise, Pajama Crafter Stamps also sells mini wobblers. Sugar, did you know that? You now know that. And of course my chickens are going to wobble because why would they not wobble? Real chickens are hilarious if you've ever watched them. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever held a chicken? Okay, I would love for my sub-sentiment to be from the stamp set, so I'm going to get that ready in just a minute. But I do love the die set here that has these 3 big words. This one is called Dang Whoa Yikes die. So we've got big words of dang, whoa, and yikes. And so what I've done is grabbed a piece of red crimson cardstock, and this matches the little fluffy head parts and the wattles of my chickens very well, if I do say so myself. And then I grabbed for some of that white marshmallow cardstock from Pajama Crafter Stamps, and I put a sticker on the back. Well, not really a sticker. I put some double-sided adhesive on the back. So this now is going to make a sticker, and I'm going to die cut that, and you'll see that in action. I love doing this. I've been doing this so much. I do have that adhesive. I sometimes get it from Trinity, sometimes from Spellbinders, whatever. It is great, nice, and sticky, and I love it. So I'm going to put that on my die on top of the paper side, not the sticky side. You could do it on the sticky side if you wanted to turn your die cut into a glitter, ornate, pretty die. I think that would be so fun. Okay, hilarious. Pardon me. Tanya says you have to be careful holding a chicken. They can cause some damage. Yep, that is very true. Annie says, yes, I have held a chicken. Fabulous. Fabulous. Look at this. Have you ever done this? Let me know in the chat. I'm super excited about this because you don't have to glue anything. Aw. Yes. Tanya says she used to raise chickens for 4-H when the kids were in 4-H. That's fun. Good times. All right, now you just take the backing off, just like any sticker, and we're good to go. Please do not mind the bandage on my finger. I did end up cutting myself yesterday, accidentally opening a package. Just so excited, and accidentally happened. So, oops, this is upside down. There we go. Whoa, ta-da, sentiment is done. Do you see how easy that is? Love that sticky stuff. Okay, now for the bottom. I'm going to pull again from my Pajama Crafter stamped stash. And I'm using one of these dies. I haven't figured out which one yet. This is from the Stitched Scallop Border die. So there are 4 of them. This one says happy birthday. This is not a birthday card, so I'm going to ixnay this one. This one is dots and such. I think I'm going to use this one. I don't know. This one to me matches my little circle die and not too much of an obnoxious way. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. And that will be a little bit like wiggly like that, if you will. And then I'm going to stamp my sub-sentiment and reveal another stamp. I'm so excited. Now, tomorrow, all 4 stamps are going to be available. Yes, 4. They're all fantastic, but this one I just wanted to use today because I think chickens are super fun. And the other thing that's going with the chickens is also very fun. You might get a clue from the forks there. It will be a food item. Now I'm making a card that is the portrait size, so it's going this direction. But there's also the option of landscape, and that's why I like these dies, because you can use it with either direction. So let me know in the chat, are you a card maker that likes the landscape or the portrait? I'm curious. I always say I'm nosy, which I don't know. I just like to know what people like to craft with and such. I'll leave that for after the live to clean up. So cute. Isn't that just adorable? I think it is so dainty and cute. Okay, now I'm going to have the sentiment, whoa, and that's going to cover up a bit, so it's fine. And let's go back to my sketch because I'm getting bird brain, pardon the pun, because I've got chickens here. Okay, this, nope, that's going to go there. And then I've got my little circle die. I think it's time to reveal the, oh, did I just rip that? Nope, we're good. The other one, we'll use the drum roll because it's fun, right? Okay, ta-da! It's waffles. Waffles with berries. Oh, isn't that cute? Super cute. Perfect for brunch cards. One other thing I thought this would be fun for is people who don't like cake, which I don't know. But there are people that don't like cake. So if you're out there and you don't like cake, let me know. But if you don't like cake, you might like a waffle on your birthday. So this would be good for birthday cards, Mother's Day brunch, Galentine's Day brunch, brunch out with friends kind of style, birthday and breakfast in bed kind of a style card, something like that. I think that that would be really fun as well. And look at how, this was just like made for this die. Look at that. It fits so well on there. Oh, I love it. Okay. So my chickens are going to be eating waffles. And if you know about chicken and waffles, let me know in the chat because I do love chicken and waffles. And that is what I like to get at IHOP when we go to IHOP. Okay, so I'm showing you this stamp set, but I'm not revealing all of the stamps. You're going to have to check out the release tomorrow to see them all. So I did cover up a few, but of course we've got our male chicken here. We've got our fancy lady chicken here. Maybe she's a hen. Maybe that's a rooster. I don't know. But we've got our little chickens. And then we've got our waffles. Oh, so cute. It makes me hungry for waffles. And then my sub-sentiment that's going on my card is going to be this one. We go together like chicken and waffles. So fun, isn't it? So I'm going to grab my sentiment here. And if you've watched my channel or watched my cards over on the Pajama Crafter Stamps channel, you know that I love embossing sentiments with white embossing powder and clear embossing ink. It is just what my eye likes, you know? Did I cut this panel down yet is my question. No. Okay, I better make sure that this is the right size. Ooh, we're getting like a half and half situation going there. Okay, I might need to do a black border on this card, which I love because that is now smaller than an A2. It is 1/4 of an inch smaller. So it is 4 by 5 1/4. And this will now be 4 by roughly almost 3, just shy of 3 inches. So that will go there. And then I want it to be somewhat centered. So I'm going to have to get my noodle over this. Noodle is my head, obviously. Told you I'm a kindergarten teacher. We say things like noodle. Ooh, Sandy, good to know. Sandy is another fellow Minnesotan. Hey, hey. You betcha. And she says, Southern Social in Egan or Edina has fantastic chick and waffles. Ooh. Well, that might be a journey for me, but yum. Okay, so I've got my sentiment there. I did do a little bit of rubbing with my hand, but it's always good to take a clear eraser and just get anything that's from the manufacturing process. You're going to want to do that with any polymer stamp that you get. Ta-da! It is ready. And now I need to do my little anti-static tool on here. Oh, hey, Pam. Now I want, Pam says she wants chicken and waffles. Same girl. Yes. Okay. Just getting a little bit of that anti-static powder on there. And we are good to go. And that's from the rabbit hole. And then clear Versamark ink. Get that inked up. This is the first time I've ever used. Oh, no, just kidding. I have made a card with this one already, but I will be showing it later, not today. I've already made a waffle card with this stamp set, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, hey, Emily's here too. Oh, she's a Wisconsin gal. Hey, hey. Okay, sorry, I was a little bit distracted by the chat. I think there is tons of ink on here. I think we're good to go. I'm going to just pull this down and stamp it so I can get my head over it, and it is somewhat in the middle of my card. If you struggle with getting things in the middle, you can always just put it wonky, and then it looks like you tried to do it wonky, you know? And if it's not straight, use a Misty. I don't know. To me, stuff like that doesn't bother me. Mostly straight, right? Okay, I keep my white embossing powder in this little lunch container. Ooh, I just got ink there, but it'll be covered up, I think, with my woe dye. Yes, okay, phew. Okay, this is just basic embossing powder. I keep it in this little container from $1.25 Tree. And then I can just put the lid on and I don't have to deal with a coffee filter. I could never. Absolutely not. Too much dust. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and I will use this heat tool. I know a lot of people are going to say, no, it's quiet. It will make it quiet. No, it will not. I've tried. So enjoy this music as I heat emboss. Let me know, did the music play? This is my first time going live with sound effects, and I think it is extra fun if they are working. Time will tell. Okay, so that is there. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, I'm just going to kind of wipe that down. There is a little bit of that powder still on there. I do have a microfiber cloth that is dry, and whatever comes off, and whatever doesn't. Basically, that got all of the extra clay off. So we are good to go. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to grab my double-sided adhesive, and then we'll be good to put this on my card base. There it is. Anyone else need to organize? I think that I absolutely need to organize more in my craft room. Over Christmas break, I went into my classroom and did a massive furniture move and declutter of toys and old puzzles, and it was just amazing. I feel like I have a new classroom right now. I love my classroom right now. I think I've never loved my classroom more than it is right now. I brought in a couple houseplants because I am houseplant sitting for my mom, and they're huge. And it's cleaning the air, so the air is clean. The puzzles all have all their pieces. Like, things are just very nice up in there. So loving my classroom. And we celebrate Christmas through February 2nd. So we have Christmas lights still up in our classroom, and I put them on. It's so fun. So I now need to go ahead and bring that creative organizing, if you will, into my craft room and get things organized. Well, the black paper has been brought out. Do you know where I get my black paper from, friends? Pajama Crafter Stamps. Duh. I love it so much. Not only for doing things like this, like matting, but sentiment embossing, glimmering. Hello, that is amazing. This is the best paper that I found for black cardstock glimmering, and it is the bomb. It's called Coal from Pajama Crafter Stamps. So if you weren't here in the beginning, that QR code that you see on the top right of your screen is a link to the Pajama Crafter Stamps website, so you can shop and you can let them know that I sent you. That would be fun. And you can grab this paper. They sell it in A2 size panels or full sheets of cardstock. All right, so I'm just gonna layer that on. If you struggle with layering, there are tools out there. I eyeball it and hope for the best, as you just saw. All right, my little woe is gonna go on here, and I think that needs a little bit of foam dimension because everything needs foam dimension. I'm looking for a good foam dimension that is recyclable, because someone recently told me that foam tape on cards makes them not recyclable, and it's making me have a little bit of a moment. So yeah, I need to figure that out. Okay, we've got my woe die all here, and that's going to cover up my mistake, my happy accident, if you will. Was it really a mistake if it's covered up? Not really. Okay, that's good. And then we've got my little circle die here. You know, I think I'm just going to snip this so it has a flat edge, just a tiny bit. You have permission to cut your paper that's been die cut, and you have permission to cut stamps to make your sentiments how you want, or characters how you want. I'm giving you the permission right now. Do it. You might get just the card you wanted. All right, this is going to go right over the woe die, right about here. Yes. Ooh, that's cool. Now, this same layout would look really cool as well with, ooh, this stencil. Haha. This one from Pajama Crafter Stamps. Now, I know I said the heart one was my favorite, but this has to be my second favorite, the Sunburst stencil. You can turn this any which way, and you are going to get a really cool little burst. So love that. There you go. Okay, I do have a little question for you. Are you a mass producing card maker? If you are watching this and you actually make cards, let me know. Do you like to make one-offs, if you will? Or do you like to make maybe 3 or 4 or 10 of the same card? Because I recently have been making batches of cards, and I'm loving it. I think it's great for making gifts and just change the sentiment up, and you can do the same kind of style of card with the same style of stamps, and you can get a whole bunch of cards together. And I actually use that as one of the gifts for my Secret Santa this year, is I gave, with other things, but I gave her 8 cards that were all very similar, but the sentiments were different and the colors were different. So it felt like 8 separate cards, you know, and she loved them. And that's that. Oh, isn't that cute with the waffle? Very cute. Okay, now just wait till the chickens are added. Get out of here. Now, I do get questions that people ask often, actually, about wobblers. So we're going to get real close and personal. Oh, a lot of people are saying 1 or 2 one-offs, different one-offs. Okay, good to know. Do you see on this wobbler, there is a side that is solid, and then there is a side that has that circle. and that's open. And then if you look at it to the side, there is, let's put the black paper behind it so you can really see, there's a skinny side on the left, and then on the right, there's a thick side. And what I like to do is I like to put the thick side touching the item I want to wobble, because it has that heft and that, I don't know, there's probably some kind of a physics lesson in here that I'm just not capable of giving you, but I'm telling you, if you use the thick side, for whatever reason, it wobbles longer. So I don't know why you would want it the opposite way, but if you wanted it the opposite way, use the thin side. So I just have to take the release tape off of this. And I've got the thick side up, and the thick side is going to touch my stamp. And then I'm going to flip it over and just stick it onto my stamp in a way where it's not going to show from the front. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. And then you just take the release off the back. Easy as pie. Then you can stick it on your card. I've got him facing toward the right, so he's going to go on the left. Now, I am an aggressive wobbler. So I like to add liquid adhesive behind the wobblers as well, because I don't want this little guy to fall off. So I always do that. I'm an over adheser, as I've heard other people say about card making. So that is going to go there. I'm going to slide my thumbnail under the stamp, but on top of that little backing there, and just hold it in place for just a minute here so it can kind of get stuck in there. Yep, Tanya says only one at a time, but when I do multiples, I don't always make them the same. Yep. Or maybe your sentiment placement is different, or your embellishments are changed up a little, potentially colors of cards. Yep. Annie says she's in the over adhesive group as well. Perfect. All right, I'm taking off the little release tape on the second wobbler here, and I've just put it up close to my eyes because I just went to the eye doctor last week, actually, and I need to get my prescription updated. Oops. Dropping it. You know, the joys of being a little bit older every year. So we'll flip that over and position the wobbler, the action wobbler. Now this is the mini size, which I love. Pajama Crafters Stamps sells the mini size, and I always used to get the big ones, and then I would cut them down. And absolutely no one wants to deal with that, especially me. So I always get the mini ones now because they do work even for large pieces. So I'll stick on my lady chicken here on the right, since she's facing left. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought the chickens could not get cuter, they now wobble. I'll just press them down and we will be ready to go. Jem Stark says definitely over adhesive. And Melanie, perfect. Perfect. Okay, well, let's watch them wobble and then we'll embellish. They are so silly. I wish I could pass this through the screen to you so you could wobble, but I cannot do that with YouTube, you know? It just does not allow you to do that. Now, I have a ton of embellishments. I'm an embellishment lady. And I sometimes like to be kind of picky, and I'll pick through embellishment packs and use just a few. And this is a good way to stretch your crafty budget. You can grab, this one happens to be from Pajama Crafters Stamps as well. It's called Mi Amor. And I got this a long time ago. And what I'm going to do from this is I'm going to be picky and pick out potentially the pearls, but definitely the hearts. I love the hearts. They're little white hearts, and they're so cute. And it's going to be a good little nod to the hearts in the back of my card. And also, I think this is kind of like a lovey-dovey card, right? with the two little characters there? I think so. So I'm going to put these 3, and then we'll put 2 on this side, just to draw the eye to the sentiment. Don't love that. Maybe like this. I don't know. I always audition. Well, I tend to audition the sentiments, the embellishments first before I add the glue. Sometimes I just wing it. Pardon the pun. I've got a chicken here. We're winging it. Should I add the pearls or not? I don't know. I feel like this is already, there's a lot going on here. I think the hearts are great. We're going to go with that. Oh, Cards Crafty Creation says, I really like the die. It looks like a doily. Yes, it does. It does. This is definitely like a non-traditional Valentine's Day card here. Or even an anniversary card. I don't know. My husband, he definitely gets a card or 2 from me randomly when I make a card for him. Thank you for adding glitter to the ceiling of my craft room. Here's a card with glitter. Yeah. That's what we do. Okay. Now all this needs is a card base, and I'm good to go. By the way, shock, Pajama Crafter Stamps also sells card bases. So if you want to grab a card base pack, you don't have to make your own. And that is what I like to do because I don't want to spend my crafting time making card bases. I want to make the cards. So grab that pack as well. Okay, Linda says, oh, late to the party. Glad we're here. Do not worry, dear. You are not late. She says, love the chicken. Me too. I do. I really do. They're so fun. And if you are here on the replay, like I said before, just drop a comment and we'll connect that way. Pajama Crafter Stamps does have a Instagram hop going up tomorrow. I'll pop that information on the screen here just in case you missed it at the beginning. But there is a hop going on tomorrow. The chickens want to get their screen time there. But the hop tomorrow will be live. The whole team will be hopping along. You can hop along on their profiles and follow them. I hope that you are inspired by today's card, and I know you will be inspired by tomorrow's card. Here's another little sneaky peek at some projects you may or may not see tomorrow. And we will see you in the comments, and we'll see you over on that Instagram hop tomorrow. And by the way, be sure to subscribe to the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel. There's tons of videos up there right now, and the design team just keeps putting more and more out. We've got quite a few people on our design team for the videos, so you're going to want to make sure to check those out. So let me know what you think about the chickens. If you're watching the replay, maybe put like a chicken emoji or a waffle emoji or a fork emoji in the comments. That would be really fun. And oh, thank you, Sandy. Sandy just wanted to remind people to hit the like button before you head out. That would be fantastic. All right, well, have a very lovely day and be a blessing. This is my new sign off for 2026. I've decided right now today, be a blessing. Okay, bye.